Greetings, family. How are you feeling? How are you feeling today? I hope everybody's doing well. If you could hear me in the chat, please put the number one in the chat. If you could hear me in the chat, put the number one in the chat. Broadcasting on Instagram, Facebook, and also both of my YouTube pages right now. If you could hear me, put the number one in the chat. If you can hear me now. If you can hear me, put the number one in the chat. Yada, 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 yo. Yada, 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 yo. What's up? What's up? Yada, 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 yay. Yada, 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 yo. What's up? What's up? If you could hear me, put the number one in the chat. What's up, family? Family, 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 family. Better our best. This is the topic for today. That's right, a numerovational and spiritual perspective of learning how to better our best. And I believe everybody needs a little bit of that. You know, a lot of us need that, and I hope whatever I do on these broadcasts that it helps you in every way. You know, it helps you in every way. So please take the please take the time out. Yeah, you know, please take the time out and really study what I'm saying. Really download it, upload it, whatever you got to do, and and keep on working at it. Keep on working at it because, and if it's not work, make it playful. Make it playful. Play in your best. Play, and sometimes even during the play times, sometimes we get injured, sometimes we get hurt, sometimes we go through it. You know, I remember playing in a sandbox when I was a child, and you know, children can be a little rough. They can throw sand in your eyes or knock you down and all that. And even in our playing time, there can be rough times. But most of us, like myself, used to get right back up, jump back up in the sandbox, do what I had to do. And in the Caribbean, it could be different because we could be playing in the lake, we could be playing in the river, we could be playing on climbing trees like mango trees and all that. We might fall off and we might hurt for just that moment. We're playing, might hurt for just that moment, but we always, once we get over that initial hurt, man, it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful time when you get back up and just enjoy the playful moments while you're developing the better you, the best part of you. That's why this the learning how to better our best is very important for a lot of us in this day and time, especially whatever's going on in the world. You're trying to maintain your your mental awareness of what's going on about who you are and what you're doing in your own life. Big up to Stella. What's up, Stella? How you doing? Zion, what's up? What's up? Coach, what's up? What's up? Heru, what's up? What's up? Big up to everybody that's here. Holly, what's up? Goddess, big up to y'all that's tuning in, you know? And I think it's an important time, you know? We're in some very interesting time. And like Dr. B said, these are times that we'll never go through again because every timeline is different. I realize that, I recognize that from a higher level more now than ever. Every timeline is different. But yet, once you realize that every timeline is different, and learn how to adapt to these various timelines that you may go through at whatever age, take the time out and really assess and study and be aware of not being perfect, because there's a lot of people that are connected to certain zodiacs, connected to certain signs, numbers, that strive to be perfect, but they got to realize that perfection in this realm is really a somewhat of an illusion. Because if you're perfect, if this is a perfect phone, then I don't need to get any other phone. But they keep on updating and changing, and they keep on getting better and better with the phone system. Back in the day, we had rotary phones. Let me say that again. Back in the day, we had rotary phones. You know, we had rotary phones back in the day. And we kept on getting better and better. At one time, we didn't have any phones. One time, we had to depend on different things and smoke signals and all that kind of stuff. you know, and it's very important that. Hold on 1 second. Let me just make sure. Hold on 1 second. Give me a second. Somebody might be coming to my door. Hold on 1 second. Just take time out. Yes, so I'm sorry. They were coming next door. Okay. So sometimes you have to take the time out to sometimes you have to take the time out to be aware of who you are and what is an inkling of your purpose. Because a lot of people are looking for their purpose. And I've said this many times before that our purpose is always in the same room. Always in the same rooms, always in the same mind, always in the same body. And like Ian Levanzant said, our solutions, the solution is in the same room with the problem. The solutions are in the same room with the problems. Solutions are in the same room with the problems. So even when you are going through problems with somebody in your family, or problems with your children, or problems with your mother or your father, there's a solution to that, but both parties have to agree to work the solution and make the solution um, work amongst them too. If one keeps on becoming arrogant and angry, and one allows himself to stay arrogant, angry, the other one wants to do it, but the other one don't want to do it, then it won't work, of course. And I tell that even in any relationships. In any relationship, if one person that might be in your life that you love and you care about is not willing to be their best or better their best, then that becomes a problem. And sometimes, as much as we like to say we love unconditionally, maybe you love your child unconditionally, you love the spirit and the energy of that child or that mate or that husband or that wife unconditionally. But you got to admit there are conditions. A man will not let a woman abuse and use them for too long. A woman will not let no man abuse and use them. So there has to be a condition laid out between the two that it will naturally not happen. Because you can treat a man good. I'm talking to the sisters right now. You can treat a man good for 25 years straight, and he treats you good for 25 years straight. But if you call the cops on that man for one little thing, he will never forget that one little thing you called the cops for after we've been saying we love each other. Just like with a woman, if a woman loves you for 25 years and you love that woman for 25 years and you put your hands on that woman once, smack the heck out of her or whatever, once, she'll never forget all of that 25 years just went down the drain because of that one smack or that one calling of the police on that individual. Yeah. So what happened to the love? Where's the unconditional love then? When you had all this unconditional love for 20, 25 years, 10 years. So that unconditional love, that's like That's like saying perfect. Not, no, no, no. There's conditions. There's conditions in our bodies. Even our bodies have conditions in order for it to stay healthy, in order for it to be able to fight off diseases. That's why when you get sick, your body starts to heat up to try to get the ailment out, and everything starts to attack it. Whatever cells start to, I'm not the scientist, the science buff on all that. I'll, go to Dr. Laila Africa or Dr. Yaki or KT, Dr. KT. I told KT he needs to get his doctorate. I said that to him privately at the gathering of the masters, because as soon as I heard Dr. Yaki had his doctorate in biochemistry, and I said KT can do the same thing, man. I can only see brother KT doing that. He's young enough to do it, and Dr. Africa did it only because people required the cosmetics of being a doctor. And although you might be a master herbalist, and Dr. Sebi did not get his doctorate degree, but he was definitely a doctor at herbology and being a master herbalist of what he did from hands-on research. Dr. Sebi was that man. So people might call him whatever they want to call him, but he knew his herbs. And he knew it in Spanish, and he knew it in different languages. And his wife at that time, who started the journey, Ma'a, knew the herbs, know the herbs. Big up to Ma'a in Brooklyn. So these were people that were better, that's willing to better your best. But when it comes to living in a society that requires the cosmetics, unless you have your own little village that we only respect the oracles and the witch doctors, and I'm not talking about witch doctors doing craziness. I'm talking about the witch doctors that went down the oracle positive path, because witches can be good and witches can be negative, because the word witch comes from Wicca, which means wise. And when you have a certain amount of wisdom that other people don't recognize or don't ascribe to, then they might call you the wicked witch because you cured this or you helped this. Yeah, a lot of sisters don't know that certain if you was having a child and you delivered that child by yourself and was able to cure and wipe up that child and provide sustenance and healing for that child in front of the audience of medieval time, most of y'all would be called witches. When a woman or a man had a certain amount of knowledge dealing with herbs or dealing with unconventional healing modalities, they were called witches or snake oil men and women. Just because someone didn't understand that how you were able to do it, and because some people get caught up in the superstition of it, especially in medieval times during Europeans. It wasn't until we got invaded by intruders like the Greeks and the freaks and the Romans. That's when we got invaded, that's when a lot of their cultural nuances came with us. So the word pseudo comes out. It doesn't come from an African language. Pseudo doesn't come from an African language, not from my knowledge. But we know language started with us in the first place anyway. And once you understand that language started with you, all of people, remember the word pseudo means false. So the Europeans or the Greeks and the Romans that did not understand the melanated, the dark, and let me say, melanated people was in Greek and Rome and all that kind of stuff too. And in Europe also, they was controlling these land masses at one time. But the ones that was least melanated, that wanted to find control and did not want you to better your best, because today's theme is bettering our best, better our best. And every one of them, every one of us can better our best. Every one of us can better our best. Even the criminal-minded one that's locked down in solitude right now, every one of us can better our best. Even if you locked up for the rest of your life, you can better your best, even in that prison system. Because it's a mental thing. It's a heart thing. And in your heart, when your heart and your mind decides to become one, that's when the intuitive intentions come together with the logical intentions. Then you would make the greatest intentions that you want to make in your life. Whether you're writing books in jail, whether you're taking your law degree, getting your diploma, whatever it is. Buju Banton got his degree in prison. I forgot what degree it was, but there's many great brothers that went to prison, great sisters that went to prison, got their degree, and when they came out, they was able to use those degrees. That's a form of bettering your best. So if Buju Banton, I'm only saying his name because it just came, my spirit just came to talk about it, because he's born under that 15 energy, and 15 is the number of education. It adds up to 6, and 6 is the number of education. So anybody connected to the 6, the 15th or the 24th, they gravitate towards learning a lot. They like to learn. So even if you're locked up under that frequency, there's a learning thing that you had to do. Big up to Ali Sadiq. He's born under the sign of Libra, misnomer Libra, which is connected to the number 6 in numerology, but he's also born under the 17th, which is the 8, where the sign will guide him to want to learn even while he's going through what he went through in prison also. But whatever he's learned, he's able to make money and now build a legacy off of it because of the number 8, the 17 energy. He's born October 17th. He's born the same day as Eminem. Eminem has undoubtedly done what he had to do, made it happen. And no matter how people was dogging him out for being a white boy in the genre and calling him a culture vulture, it's very important. It's very important that we study their history. And that's why numbers don't lie. I don't care if you're Caucasian. I don't care if you're Mongolian. I don't care if you Negroid. I don't care what you are. The numbers, the patterns, the cycles, the sequences don't lie. Most of us lie to ourselves. Most of us lie to ourselves. So I do want to take it to the board again. The topic today is the numerovational and spiritual perspective of learning how to better our best. Before I take it to the board, I'm going to read some of my notes and go through some of my notes that I have. So let me make sure that yeah, some of my notes. Let me go to some of my notes if you don't mind. Let me go to some of my notes. All right. Let's go to some of my notes because I really want people to get it. And remember, all my notes is always in the description of this video. I started doing that probably from 2 weeks ago. All my notes are in the description of this video, so you can actually go into the description and study what your brother has studied from my own perspective. And you could add on, you could add on, take away, use what you can use what works for you. I'm not one of those people that don't express that you need to use what works for you. And it's all right to use what works for you. If numerology is not your thing, then leave it alone. Maybe you just need to use it for just little things like I do. I as much as I'm the Numerovator, I'm not one of those people that is like, if you ever watched the movie 23 with Jamie Foxx or Knowing by Nicolas Cage. I'm not one of those people that do the 23 days, blah, 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 and because a lot of that stuff that they put out there about numbers is trying to guide you away from it instead of you to find the balance in it. A lot of that exaggerated stuff, movies, because movies are here to move you emotionally, move intellectual, move you internally and emotionally. That's what movies do. That's why I can still watch a movie, certain movies, and still cry at that movie, because they use music and they use the whole circumstance. They made the whole color scheme, everything, to make sure they could get that energy out of you. Get it out of you. Get that cry, move, get that emotion out of you. That's why. So you got to pay attention to the movies you watch, and then learn how to diffuse it, or um what's the word? It's a word, but sometimes you got to learn to reverse the effects of it. Let's put it like that. Let's reverse the effects of it, especially if it's horror flicks and, you know, these movies that make these love stories seem like it's love is in first sight, and love happened in 2 hours, love happened in an hour, and all of a sudden you having sex and having babies, having a whole family, getting married, all that kind of stuff. That's entertainment. That's exaggerated entertainment. And a lot of times brothers and sisters get caught up in that and think that's how life is. And it's not how life goes. I got caught up into a series called All American, because I'm studying the culture of the youth, and they're basing it in California, between the Beverly Hills and the Crenshaw era of family, and how families got out of Crenshaw and went to live in Beverly Hills. Of course, Taye Diggs is in it. He marrying a white wife and all that. And you see a lot of mulatto children and the mulatto this and the mixture of this and white. You see all of it. We know what they promoted, the homosexual, the gay stuff. We know what they're doing. But you got to know how to be able to reverse the effects of it, so it doesn't hold fast and hold on to your mindset. And yes, it takes some discipline on doing that. Yes, homosexuality is existing, has been existing, but believe me, the major purveyors of it was Europe, was Rome, was Greek. And when they conquered other peoples, they pushed it on to other people also. You know, I don't care what Gendetta, whatever his name is, say. He don't study enough for that, to tell you the truth. He don't study enough. I've studied with some master teachers that have done 20 to 35 years of research on this thing. So these guys, these new guys, these new neutrinoids that's promoting an agenda because they want to be bisexual and trisexual and pedophiles and all that, because they want to be that. That's them doing what they do. And I got it. I'm going to stay in my lane, because I don't teach on that, you know. And although I have homosexual and probably transsexual clients, I don't know, because I keep on the phone until they say they are. And then I will break down certain numbers, and then they will find what has happened with them and their family and all that kind of stuff. Sometimes they got to go deep. And they got to better their best also. They got to better their best. If you're gonna be a lesbian or homosexual, you better better it. If that's what you're gonna be in this lifetime, then you better better your best. You know what I'm saying? If that's the best you can be, you better better it and do something constructive with it. If that's what you're going to be in this lifetime. I don't promote it. I don't condone it. But I respect the energy within human beings. I respect, and what you do with that energy when you come in this realm, no matter what you went through, that's what you're going through. That's what you had to go through. This is your journey. I want to remind everybody, tonight I'll have Sri Master Gano Grills. I don't have the flyer yet. I didn't get the flyer yet from Sister Carrie Ann yet, but I have Sri Master Gano Grills coming on tonight to promote one of his events that's coming up. One of his events coming up, I have him coming up, and he has an event coming up on the 30th, 31st, and September 1st in Atlanta, Georgia. So if you want to get your tickets, go to galacticus.com. That's galactica.com. I hear his events are wonderful events, very influential, very high tech, and very, very spiritual. So make sure if y'all can support him tonight. I have Sri Master Gano Grills on tonight. I have Sri Master Gano Grills on tonight. You know? All right, so let's get straight to the point. Let me share. All right, so as you can see on the screen, it's called The Spiritual Meaning of Bettering Our Best. Number one, inner growth. continuously improve and refining one's soul and spirit. We got to keep on bettering, keep on improving, keep on working at it internally and externally. Number 2, self-actualization, realizing one's full potential and becoming the best version of oneself. Many of you out there, and myself included, might not feel that we've reached our full potential. That's why you got to keep on doing the playful or the enjoying work. And yes, sometimes it's hard. Yes, sometimes you get knocked down. Yes, sometimes you get beat up. But you got to realize, like Les Brown will say, every setback is a set up for a comeback. Every setback is a set up for a comeback. So, but once you realize the full potential of who you are inner wise, then externally, it will be a powerful thing for you to make things manifest. Number 3, spiritual evolution, progressing on the path of spiritual growth and enlightenment. Progressing on the path of spiritual growth and enlightenment. Self-explanatory. We all are working towards some type of higher goal. Those that are paying attention to my channel, those that are paying attention to Brother Rich's channel, Billy Carson and Elizabeth's channel, or whoever's out there, sisters, brothers, Miss Blue, all of them that are doing that work, helping all of us from our gifts and talent, because as we're talking to you, we're also talking to us, because we are a reflection of each other, both positive and negative. So spiritual evolution, progressing on the path of spiritual growth and enlightenment is very important, because we got to continue the journey and then pass it on. Number 4, higher purpose, fulfilling one's life mission and serving a greater good. Are you fulfilling your life mission? Do you feel that? If you don't feel that, if you feel that you are, put the number 1 in the chat. If you don't feel that you are, put the number 2 in the chat. Fulfilling one's life purpose and serving a greater good. If you feel you are doing it, put the number 1 in the chat. If you don't feel you're doing it, put the number 2 in the chat right now. This is a call and response, baby. We do call and response. Okay, good. Okay. Yolanda says, no, she don't feel that. Okay. All right, Yolanda, gonna figure that out for you too. Who's left says the same thing. Okay, Verena saying the same thing. There's a lot of 2s popping up. Let me go to Instagram and see what's popping up on Instagram. I won't be able to show you on Instagram, but let me see what's going on in Instagram. Number 1, feel they on there, but good. Number 1, a lot of 1s in wholeness to everybody. A lot of 1s. Okay, Joy Love, she got it. Okay, DJ David, good. The Kid, you got it. Okay, Sheck David, good. Okay, there's more 1s on Instagram than there is on Facebook. I mean, on YouTube. YouTube, they got a lot of 2s and 1s. It's a balance between the 2s and 1. Crystal, okay, she feels she has it. Okay, it's all right. It's all right. Let's continue with what I'm trying to explain here. Number 5, self-awareness. Deepening understanding of oneself and one's place in the universe. Everyone has a place in this universe. You remember that song? Do you know where you going to? Do you like the things that life is showing you? Where are you going to? Do you know? Deepening that understanding of oneself and one's place in the universe. Do you know your place? And if you don't feel you know your place, that means, from my perspective, you need to go back into time. You need to do a Q Reeves regression session. You need to do a hypnotic therapy with probably Kendall Cobbs, or probably Sister Adrian that does regression sessions through her hypnotic. Maybe you need someone to help you tap into your mind. Because remember, the mind compartmentalizes a lot of different things. And in order for you to bring out that deepening understanding of oneself and one's place in this universe, sometimes we got to go back beyond those compartmentalized portions of our thought patterns and go right to it. Whether we do regression sessions with Q Reeves, big up to Q Reeves, he's a good brother, man. Sister Adrian, very good sister also. And my dear sister Kendall Cobbs, the wife of Aton Edwards. She does the hypnotic therapy. Got to check these people out. Sometimes we need that extra kick so we can find our place in the universe. Number 6, mindfulness. Mindfulness, cultivating present moments, awareness, and consciousness. Mindfulness, cultivating present moments, awareness, and consciousness. Are you cultivating the moment that you're in and being aware of what you are and recognizing the consciousness, not just of yourself, but other people around you? Because someone's consciousness, remember the word consciousness only means aware. So just because you're positive and conscious, you could be negative and conscious of what you're doing also. So awareness is the root of being conscious, aware of your environment, because that's all it really means. That's why you've noticed that I put conscientious in front of consciousness, because I want to be good. I want to be conscientious, be good at what I do in my conscious awareness. So that's why conscientious is in front of what I say nowadays when it comes to this conscious community. So I want to be conscientious. Go look up that word if you don't know what it means. Conscientious, not just consciousness. The word consciousness means to be aware of your surroundings, aware of things. Like I've always said, roaches. I've studied roaches, especially in New York. And they will, when they feel your energy, because they're blind, they just have these big antennas. When they feel your energy, they'll stop right there. They don't know if you're going to hit it or not. They don't know if you see it or not, but they felt your energy and they'll stop and try to become a ninja roach. They'll stop. They're conscious. And they'll start moving towards a corner. They'll start feeling towards to get the corner so they can scurry and get away. They're conscious. Rats are conscious. Spiders are conscious. Negroes are conscious. Wigrows are conscious. Those are white folks that act like Negroes. So you got to know the difference. Number 7, inner transformation. Embracing change and transformation from within. It starts within, just like ideals come to all of us from within. And sometimes you could look at a thing outside, externally, and then it translates differently within you so you can make something manifest differently. Again, like the telephone. One time there was a two cans and a string they used as a telephone. One time we was only able to call to the operator to make certain phone calls. And now as they bettered the best of that, now we see what's happening with the transformation, embracing change and transformation from within. Because it took internal work and internal ideal to get an apparatus that we call the cell phone to this day, based off of just a can and string back in the day. Just the can and string was able to talk. You was able to talk through the vibration of the string and the can being stretched out. And then they created that whole phone thing that we're able to talk across the seas. And now we got cell phones and camera phones, and we got watch phones and all that. So change, transformation starts from within, which is the ideal. Number 8, soul refinement. Purifying and elevating one's soul through spiritual practices. There's a multitude of practices out there. Whatever works for you, go for it. You got people that's into Ifa, Akan, into Sufi, into Kabbalah, and into Gnostic. Whatever you into, whatever makes you better. But you got to purify. It has to be purifying and elevating of your soul through those spiritual practices. Numerovation is my spiritual practice. Numerology, astrology, different things that can help broaden the mind of a person to become better in their life. That's why I call it numerovation. I remember a European looking woman. I know she would probably claim that she's a Cherokee Indian or something because she had the whole braided look and all that kind of stuff. But she was European looking, let's say lesser melanated. She came to me at an event and she said, can you predict my transition? I said, I don't do that. It can be done, but I don't do that. I don't predict people's death. But I know of numerologists and astrologists that have done it. I have the books on it. But my job, my gift is to numerovate you out of the death mindset and the death culture. That is my job. That's my gift. That is what I'm commissioned to do. Numerovate you out of thinking about death, understanding that death is just another form of life. So it's best for you to do what you can do and don't leave this planet without sharing your gift, because it's all right to share your gift, and don't leave this planet. I don't care if you don't have children. I don't care if you think you don't have the mindset. Even if you have children that might be autistic and they might not be having the operable skills, then you could write something about them, because they're the inspiration for you to write about what you had to deal with because they was autistic or going through their way, or came out a little deformed in some way, or whatever. You can use the ideal that you're getting and the traumas that you got or what you felt that you went through with that child or that parent or that person. You got people with no legs. There was a sister at the Garden of the Masters, and I kept on, I wasn't teasing her, but I was just saying, hey, you rolling in here. And I said, yo, you could create a production company called Rollout Productions. She's in a wheelchair, roll out. She's rolling. But we watched the movies like X-Men, and it talks about those people with those mutations. That Professor Xavier in a wheelchair is able to do magnificent things with his mind, because all of that he had in the wheelchair effect went to his mental ability. That's why when you watch one of the other X-Men evolutions, I believe, when Wolverine went back into time to stop Mystique from killing off Trash, the guy named Trash, who was the inventors of those cyborgs. Remember, Dr. Xavier was walking because he was being injected by beasts with a lot of the fluids to enable him to not use his power so he could walk. But as he was able to get back his power, he started losing his legs again. So all of that power from his bodily parts of losing his power went right back to his mind again, right back to being able to be telepathic and do what he had to do. It's a powerful thing when you study those X-Men movies. So expanding consciousness and understanding the divine, not just outside of you, but within you, that's enlightenment. Because everyone has a divinity in them. I do a thing called divination, not just divination, because the word divination is divine nation, and all of us have this divine energy in us. Last but not least, no, I got more. I got a lot more. I forgot. I thought I only do up to 10, but I forgot I did more. Number 10, union with the divine. Emerging with the higher power or universal energy. A lot of you don't know that you are already doing this. You are already doing this. Think about it. What I'm saying. What is this? The union with the divine, merging with higher power or universal energy. You've been doing this since you was a child. When a child wants to suck a breast, the child could be covered with all kind of soot coming out of the womb, but it's looking for sustenance. As soon as that mother put that child on the breast, the child knows what to do. You didn't say, Go ahead, suck, baby. Like he understood or she understood the word suck. What the hell is that? No, the child started going like this. It wants to eat. It wants sustenance. It wants sustenance. That's what the child wants. So it starts to naturally gravitate to that. So we've been doing it. We've been emerging with that higher power and universal energy since we were born. That's why when you lay a child on a mother's heart or a father's heart, that child will calm down listening to the tone because it remembers the beat that calmed it down in the womb. Keep on forgetting. Keep on forgetting. We just forgot. We have to recall again. We have to recall. Just like when Terrence Howard was saying that he remembered being in his mother's womb, and he kept on seeing this shadow come past his face. He didn't even know what his face was. He didn't know what the shadow was, but he kept on seeing a shadow. Come to find out, it was his hand. But he didn't know what hand was. He didn't know what that shadow was. You understand? So we know things innately because we're already in union with the divine. It's just that when we come out of this womb, we start to forget and delete all of our great ideals and thoughts and from the other realm and what it was and all that. And we may have been speaking a whole nother language. That part. So union with the divine is already a part of us naturally. So now it's not just merging, you're re-emerging. And I could say that. I could put re-emerging. Re-emerging with the higher power or universal energy within you, because everything is energy. So we already connected to the universal energy. It's now re-emerging it now is the problem. So I say I could change my own notes. This notes was done like last night or this morning because I was up like till 3 a.m. Self-mastery. Big up to Dr. Phil Valentine. That's what he promotes through his website, uksnow.com. Self-mastery. Achieving control over one's thoughts, emotions, and actions. Now, don't get it twisted. There's a time when you have to be emotional, but you can still control it. It doesn't have to be overly emotional. There's a time when you have to use certain things in action, but you don't have to be overly doing it. There's certain times when you have to control your thoughts, but you don't have to overly do it. Achieving control over one's thoughts is when you become a master at it. And like I always say, I always quote Les Brown. Les Brown said, when things go wrong, don't go with it. Just because your relative or your child might be doing craziness there on the street and they try to bring it to you and all that kind of stuff, you don't have to go with that. You have a lot of people, especially in the less financial or less affluent communities, or what we call the ghetto and all that, the project, that when drama hits off, everybody got to be a part of the drama. Yo, we all got to, man, look, I'm one of them people. I'll step aside and watch how the drama unfolds. And then if I can offer my assistance from the sideline through a saying, or just give them show them a little guidance on why they need to do something different, that's what I would do. But I'm not jumping into nobody's fights. I stopped that a long time ago. So self-mastery, achieving control over one's thoughts, emotions, and action is very important. What I love about Queen of Four is even when she's in an argument, Queen of Four will speak this low. She'll go right here. This, beloved, I don't think we need to go down that road. Beloved, I don't think because the truth can be told whether you are speaking it in a soft tone or speaking it in a loud, boisterous tone. The truth is the truth, regardless of how you say it. So I can be talking like this. It's just that I'm very passionate about what I do. I can talk and Self-mastery, achieving control over one's thought, emotion, and action. I could talk like that through a whole thing, but that just would not be me. I have to bring my energy. Number 12, inner peace, finding serenity and tranquility through spiritual growth. Sometimes you just have to sit down and relax yourself. Sit down, find serenity, find tranquility through spiritual growth, through spiritual work, through meditation, through affirmations. And somebody in the chat just said something about how do I find those practices? Google them. That's what Google, Dr. Africa, the late great Dr. Africa said, Google is your friend, King. That's what he said to me. Google is your friend. They uploaded all this data for all these years from late 80s all the way to 90, encyclopedias, dictionary, and all of that to create what you got called Google. Big up to one of my daughters. She works there as a computer scientist. Big up to Brianna. Her and I don't talk that much, but I'm sure when we come together in its right, purest form, it'll be all good. But I know her numbers, and I know there's things that she holds on to since she was a child, because like I've said before, I was not the greatest father because I was chasing entertainment and chasing singing and performing and all kind of beautiful things in my eyes, but it wasn't beautiful to them because they missed out on a lot of daddy time with me, and I understood. So I understand how she feels because I went through that abandonment issue since I was young. So I kind of created another cycle of it, So and once you learn to admit those things, then you could heal and grow from them. So inner peace, finding serenity and tranquility through spiritual growth. Google up them and study the word serenity and tranquility. All these words that I put up here, you can unpack for yourself and really do it from your perspective. This is my perspective. These are my notes. Spiritual awakening is 13. Experience a deeper connection to oneself and the universe. Brother Rich said something very clearly one day on his show, that he goes into the dark, and that's where he gets all his idea, when he goes in the dark. So you shouldn't be afraid of dark. You need to know how to experience deeper connection to oneself and the universe, because 95% of the universe is dark, quote unquote, dark matter. All of us are coming out of the womb of darkness. The sperm is in the scrotum, which is dark. Dark. So all of this enlightenment and these ideals are coming out of the darkness of the universe. So experiencing a deeper connection to oneself and the universe, you got to go into the dark, baby. And I'm not talking about the dark side and anything wicked. I'm talking about going in within yourself, because when a butterfly wants to, when a caterpillar wants to become a butterfly, it wraps itself up in a cocoon. It goes into the dark to be able to transform to be the best it can be. So you can see the beauty of the caterpillar's transformation into a butterfly. Y'all have heard this before. People have spoken about this. I'm just doing it from my perspective because of what I'm saying here on my platform. Number 14, purposeful living. Woo! Living with a purpose, sense of purpose, all of that. Living with a sense of purpose, living with a sense of purpose. Purposeful living, aligning one's life with spiritual values and principles. You can Google this right now. What are spiritual values and principles? Google it right now, and they'll give you a whole host of things, from Christian to Islam to Akan, Ifa to Kemetic. Be specific. Say, I want to know Kemetic principles. I want to know Ifa principles. I want to know Akan. What are Christian principles? What are Jehovah's Witness principles? Google it up, spiritual values and principles. Google it up. You can Google all this. Whatever works for you and make you a better person, use it. Purposeful living, aligning one's life with spiritual values and principles. You can do it. Everyone can do it on this line right now. Today. You don't need to book a session with me or Aquarius Maximus and all that. We're just the ones that can provide a clear clarity of where you need to go But at the end of the day, it's all going to start with you making that choice. Number 15, external progress, embracing the journey. This last but not least, external progress, embracing the journey of continuous growth and improvement. Are you on the journey of continuous growth and improvement? Put the number 1 in the chat on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Are you embracing the journey of continuous growth and improvement? I am. And anybody that's on here with me should be doing the same darn thing. Let me say that again. If you're on my channel, I'm not here to waste your time. I'm not here to give you the tea or the coffee and spill the tea, spill the coffee, and talk bad about somebody else and speak bad about this religious leader or this spiritual leader or this conscious person. I'll create a whole channel for that if I had to do that. I wouldn't do it on this channel. External progress happens only because of your internal progress, because the spirit and the physical work together. So embracing the journey, continuous growth and improvement is important. Last but not least, remember, by bettering our best, we align our spiritual purpose, cultivate inner growth, and move closer to realizing our full potential. That's the notes that I have in the description. I hope you get a lot from this. I hope y'all got a lot from it, because I'm not here to play with none of you. I know some of y'all are grown people. Some of y'all are grown people. And I respect when people come to me and say, I don't know my purpose. But I don't respect it to another extent, because your purpose is already within you. It's just that most of us want that microwave effect. Somebody wanted quickly. And it didn't take, it wasn't quick. I'm 29 years in promotion. I didn't become a promoter overnight. And even when I became a professional promoter, doing major venues, I was already on the path of it from the time I was born, because my father opened up a nightclub and he was a promoter. And then my cousin took over that night, trying to create a nightclub effect in that same place. He was a promoter, and I watched this. So I was already being honed for that talent to be a promoter and producer of events. I was already being honed, because usually it's already in your bloodline. It's already in your bloodline. And if you don't recognize what's in your bloodline, I don't care if you're adopted. Numbers, astrology, cardology, numerology, numerovation, from my perspective, can give you a bird's eye view. But if you're not willing to fly like a bird to get that bird's eye view, then you will still be down here like a pigeon. Because pigeon only goes certain heights. They ain't going up there with the eagles. So when I say bird's eye view, I'm talking about eagle energy, falcon energy, birds of prey energy. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about pigeons. Little things that just fly around. I'm definitely not talking about chickens. And chickens is considered a bird. And all they do is bounce. They don't even fly. And then they become food. Because if you can't fly, you must be on this planet for a reason to be eaten. That's why chickens are a delicacy around the world. Because they're not flying. So, okay, there's a lot of you. Y'all look beautiful when you're little chicks. I used to see them. My grandfather used to have a whole chicken coop, and boop, 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 boop. Y'all look good. Pretty chick. Yeah, pretty chick. We love feeding the chicks until they get nice and fat, and you want to eat that blood clot chicken. Then we see my grandfather snap the neck. I was a little child seeing this. And then that same chicken that I was feeding and playing with, and that little, when it became a little grown, I was eating it on the plate. Such is life. Such is life. You know? Like Les Brown said one time, he said, participation and commitment. And he compared it to bacon and eggs on your plate. Participation and committed. And he compared it to when we used to eat bacon and eggs. He says the pig was committed. The chicken participated. Bacon and eggs, because remember, the eggs is coming out the chicken, so the chicken gets to live a longer time still. But to get that bacon, you got to kill the pig. Got to be committed. If it's turkey bacon, the turkey got to be committed. If it's beef bacon, the cow got to be committed. So if you're eating beef bacon or turkey bacon or pork bacon and eggs, participation is the eggs. The chicken participated in that beautiful breakfast that you might love and enjoy. But that pig had to commit its life. Its life was committed to that. That pork, its life was committed. That turkey, its life was committed to make that meal. That cow was committed to make that beef bacon. There's a commitment. So you gotta make a decision whether you're gonna be committed to what you're gonna do, or you're just gonna be a participant of it, or you're gonna do both. Are you committed to what being great, better and your best? Are you committed? Are you committed? If you're not committed to it, that's your business. You are not committed. You got to be committed. Chickens have their own nature. Exactly. Chickens have their own nature. You know what I'm saying? But let me go to the board real quick. 59 minutes in. I might take a few phone calls. We take a few phone calls. Just want to break down the mathematics of it, of course. Woo, you know, I'm on the board. I'm on the board. And the words better, our best adds up to a number 17 in the Pythagorean system. And in the Chaldean system, it adds up to a number 33. So now that we've gotten all of my notes and we've broken it down from my perspective, going to the numbers lets me know when I add all this together, it adds up to the legacy leaving number of 17. And 17 is the number that if we're going to better our best, in our best, not only does it comes with some form of creativity, some form of growth and development, but also comes with spirituality because of the 1 and 7. And it comes with research, inner research, introspection, so you can be the better of your best, of course, because we're better our best. In order to better our best, it's supposed to leave something behind. You're supposed to leave the best of you behind. That's why it's a legacy leaving number that it adds up to. Leave the best of you. Whether it's a book or a song or music or whatever, you got to leave the best, because better, our best is a 17 energy. In the vowels of it, the A, E, I, O, U, the inner soul urge of it adds up to a 24, which is a 6. So it comes to bring some form of healing when you want to better our best. You got to bring some type of healing, not just for the people outside of you, but for the inner aspect of who you are. You're here to better our best if you want to better your best, or better your best. Because when I did better your best, it adds up to 15, which is a 6. Again, the healing aspect comes out. When I did better your best, it adds up to 34, which is a 7. So again, that spiritual number 7 comes out as far as a spiritual communication when it comes to better our best. Because when I did it that way, it's another way. But there's a better our best as far as the Chaldean adds up to the 33, which is the master number of healing and teaching. So when you better our best, when we better our best, we come here to do healing work. Because when you better our best, we are also bettering the best of people around us. We're bettering the best of people around us also. And because the word better has the intensified numbers of the master number 44 and 22, it adds another dimension to that word better. 33 adds another dimension to the whole saying. 44 says trusting the universe. 22 says the architect, the master architect, the master builder. So in order for us to better our best, we have to architecturally build this internally as well as externally. And we have to trust the universe, because 44 is the number of trusting the universe. And then 33 is the master healer of optimism, jovial, happiness, and the childlike attitude. Because when you're bettering your best, you should try to better your best like you was a child again, because you're relearning, you're unlearning to relearn again so you can better your best. You're unlearning to relearn. Dr. Blair used to tell us that all the time. We got to unlearn to be. Big up to Kim. What's up, Kim? Kim Woodson from the New Black Wall Street. I'll call you back, beautiful. I know I was online. You know I'm here doing my thing. You know I'm doing my number one thing. She born on the 28, 2 + 8 = 10, which 1 + 0 = 1. We do our one thing on this stage. These are stages. So if you want to better your breath, the internal in the Chaldean system, the older system from the melanated people, the AEIOU in better our best adds up to 28. What I always say in my book, Numerovational for Mental Stability, the number 28 is the divorce number. It's a symbol of promise and possibility. It's a number of carefully planning for the future. So in order for you to better your birth, you got to carefully plan for the future and realize that there's a promise of possibility. But because it's a divorce number, in order for you to better your best, you got to divorce yourself from certain negative people, negative situations, negative environments in order for you to better your best. I'm just saying. That's the vowels. Whether I use your or whether I use our, it's the vowels that I'm looking at, because that vowels represents the inner aspect of the words that I'm saying. So in order for you to better your best, because it adds up to 28, which is the divorce number, in order for you to be the number 10 successful, which 10 is the number of the wheel of success, and be number 1 at whatever you do, you have to divorce yourself from negative people, negative situations, negative circumstances in order for us to better our best. Make sense? If it makes sense, put a number 1 in the chat. If it makes sense, put the number 1 in the chat. If it makes sense, put the number 1 in the chat. If it makes sense, put the number 1 in the chat. If it makes sense, put the number 1 in the chat as I twirl my sticks. What? Makes sense. It makes sense. I'm just showing you how to use the word, sound, vibration, and frequency. Keep it moving, Kim. I had a company called Keep It Moving also production back in the day, and surprise, I meet somebody else with Keep It Moving now. So Keep It Moving production in the building. My company is defunct now, but I say it on the stage all the time. So that's all I have to offer today. That's really what I have to offer. The consonants of the whole saying adds up to a 29, which is 11. So already better our best. The consonants, the B, T, T, R, B, S, T adds up to 29 in the Pythagorean system, which is an 11. So while you're bettering your best, because 29 and 11, you got to be careful of people trying to be deceivers, or you deceiving others, or treacherous people, because people might see you bettering your best and try to be treacherous towards you, try to deceive you, try to bring you down. It adds up to a 29, which is 11 on the negative. That's what that does. But the 11 and the 29 also deals with the equilibrium, the balance of the spiritual understanding and the physical understanding to better reveal things to you for the future of as we better ourselves. So I'm looking at the saying. So when 29 and 11, it tells me to pay attention while I'm bettering myself. I have to pay attention to negatrons. I have to pay attention to negative people. I have to pay attention to energy vampires because of that number 11. But because it adds up to a number 23 in the Chaldean system, it's telling me to be flexible and adaptable also, because that's the royal star of the lion and the lioness. It's a promise of advancement and achievement. But I have to be flexible, because 5 is the number of flexibility and movement and adaptability, improvising and overcoming. So all of this work together. I just showed you all of the numbers in their own frequency and how they all work together. They work. You just got to make it work. All right? So on that note, let me see. I can take at least 3 phone calls right now. Let me see. I could take a few. I could take a few phone calls right now. Let me put on the phone line. You know, remember, let's stay on topic. Let's stay on topic. The topic is better our best. How are you bettering your best? How does this serve you? How are you bettering your best? You can call in right now. Let me put the phone number right here. The phone number is going to appear right here, right now. Bang! There it goes. It's magic. Bump, ba-na-na-na, bump, 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 ba-na-na-na, bump. Bump, bump, ba-na-na-na, bump, bump. It's magic. Bump, bump, ba-na-na-na, bump. That's the number. Give me a call right now. Let's talk to some people. And if you're outside of the United States, you can also use WhatsApp. If you live outside of the United States in the Caribbean, or you can use WhatsApp. My phone is now connected to the WhatsApp connection. All right. So call me right now. I'm gonna take 3 callers. How are you bettering your best? I'm not telling you to be perfect. Perfection has limitations. Because if I'm perfect, I don't need to be here. I don't need to be doing this no more. I'm perfect. I'm perfect, Simon. I don't need to do that no more. I'm gone. But I can always better the best of my numerovation. And I keep on studying to better it. I don't know everything. None of us know each other. Some of us don't even know how much hair is on our forearm, much less. Some of us don't know how much hair is on our head, if you have any hair. So I don't know everything, and I will never claim to know everything. I don't want to know everything. All right, I'll wait. I'm serious. I will wait. I don't need to know everything. I'm telling you, I'm serious. So if you want to give me a call right now, I'll take 3 callers. 1, 2, 3 callers. 718-210-8853. Give me a call right now if you want to talk to me before I close down this show. Because after I race this board, it's over. I'm done. Done with it. I don't even think about it after that because it's already in my mind. I already did what I had to do. I already did my job. You're only as good as your last your last podcast, your last show, and I try to make it good all the time for y'all, so y'all can learn and go back to it and learn and go back to it and learn and go back to it. And again, I put all of my notes in the description. And don't be afraid to spread love. Cash App and PayPal. Spread love. I ain't ashamed to ask. Spread love. Yeah. Spread love. Cash App and PayPal. If it meant anything to you, hey, spread love. If it didn't mean anything to you, hey, I understand. Circulation is important. And you could also buy my books. Let me go to the phone line. Remember, turn down your apparatus and speak to me over the phone. Who am I speaking to? And welcome to the Numerovational Perspective.
Hello, hello, my love. How are you? This is Miss Kim.
Kim in the building. What's up, beautiful, my girl, from the new Black Wall Street and Keep It Moving Entertainment. What's up, girl? Is Keep It Moving Entertainment? What is it? It's entertainment or production? What is it?
It's promotions LLC. So we're going to get to the productions and all of that.
Okay, so let's stay with topic. How are you bettering your best, Kim? Let's do it.
Well, first, oh gosh, first thing I teach and I push out into the world is knowing that you are loved, you are peaceful, you are kind.
Yeah.
And by doing that, just knowing your worth.
Yes.
Is one of the most important things that I have learned.
And have you imparted that on your children? Did you impart that
all day, every day?
That's what I try to tell my children. Well, not try. I do tell them, and it's just up to them if whether they're gonna walk their path. Because sometimes they walk different paths. We know that.
Oh,
man. Sometimes they become super knuckleheads. But some people can become prophets and prophetess in their own way. And sometimes they got to go through their journey, Kim. And I appreciate all that you do, man. Me and Kim hit it off as soon as we met, man. She was such a good energy, man. And that Scorpion energy is fire. That's my moon sign, Scorpion. So I know. But I appreciate you. Anything you want to shout out? Go ahead. Shout out your business, your website. Go ahead.
Yes. Shout out to the Keeping It Moving promotions team, the dance company.
Yes.
We have children, and we mentor children. We teach dance, so I am a choreographer other many things.
Yes.
But I also want to just push out and big up the strength and prosperity.
Well, and you know, she's from the Boogie Down Bronx, living out here, so she New
Yes.
York. We New York all day, so we ripped that stage apart at the grad. Those who don't know, this is a sister that coordinated a whole dance sequence in the beginning of the gathering with the sisters and the brothers that was coming up there to dance. This is Kim right here, and she had us dancing. I even joined in because that feminine energy was right. Now I said I gotta get in this. I love me some women energy.
Thank you. It was an amazing event. I'm so glad to have been a part of it and been able to coordinate that event. Yes. And I'm looking forward to your event coming up soon, October 13th.
Yes, we're going to be doing it over there at the New Black Wall Street once we get to clarify the date. But me, Rich, and all of us are going to come by. We really want to help that place out. And we seriously want to help that place out as much as we can. And the other vendors, because people are leaving and we want people to come back. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you, sister. And whatever you're doing, you know, let me know. I'll promote it. We can talk about interview, whatever you want to do, sister. You let me know. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Kim. Finally. Love you.
Love you, sister. Be safe. All right. That's my sister, Kim, man, from the New Black Wall Street, man. She was a force to reckon with. And she born the same day as Bill Gates. So if you know she about making that loop. But Bill Gates made the loot off of what they love to do. Bill Gates loved technology, and that's how he made it. Because remember, he dropped out of college and all of that, was fixing stuff in his garage. So he loved technology so much, and he made billions of dollars off of it. So don't get it twisted. You can do this. All of us can do this. Just doing what you love is so important. Like Les used to say, do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life. Can you tell I love what I do? Can y'all tell what I love that I do? I love what I do. And when I get on that stage, I've been on stage since I was 12 years of age. I've been on stage. And then with my cousin, Susie Q, the disco diva of that time, she always used to have record us and all that kind of stuff back in the day. She used to record us and we used to create all types of commercials and all kinds of stuff. You got to remember, on my mother's side is Susie Q, the disco diva. On my father's side is Grace Jones. Don't get it twisted. It's in our blood. Dennis Brown is even connected, the reggae artist, and a lot of people on those sides of the family. So on both sides of the family. So, man, it's in your blood. And I said this on the stage of the Gathering of Masters. Watch the movie Underworld, the vampire movie Underworld. The way they got to the truth of a matter is by sucking the blood, because it's in your DNA and RNA. The message is the truth is in your DNA and RNA. So sometimes some of y'all got to go get the 23andMe or go get and don't get caught up in no fear tactics. They're taking your DNA. They're doing this. They've been had your DNA if you got born in a hospital. Let's say if you got born in a hospital, they've been had your DNA. And if you went and got a shot or got blood drawn, even if you was not born in a hospital, you was born outside of a hospital, you got blood drawn for some type of ailment or something, but they've been took you. If you drop your damn Band-Aid in a garbage, people search through those things daily. They got your DNA. So I'm not afraid of the DNA bullcrap. I'm not afraid of that because they're putting DNA in us all the time with the foods that we eat. You eating animals and vegetables and fruits, they all got DNA too. Stop playing. We just are one big universe of DNA and RNA. I'm not caught up in that. I got my African ancestry. I went to African ancestry because it was Black owned and operated. I went to African ancestry, and I found out that my family started my mother's side started out in North Africa and went through Europe, the Grimaldis, and then came to the Caribbean. I got it. I understood, especially by reading J.A. Rogers' book, Sex and Races. Anybody else want to call in? I'll take two more callers, 718. Thank you, Kim, for coming in. 718-210-8853. That's 718-210-8853. Give me a call right now. Comino! 718-210-8853. That's 718-280-8853. What's up, brother Knowledge? What's up, Knowledge? Peace, Saturn Butterfly. What's up? Knowledge Born. Big up to Knowledge Born. Big up to Nikki Love. They was all there. We love you, daughter. Oh, yeah. Nikki loved you. Nikki was at the gathering, so she knows she loved Kim. We had a good time on that floor. Kim know how to dance, boy. Kim put it on you, boy. She did. And all the men was like, Lord have mercy, stop playing. I could hear it in the back. Me and the security was laughing. When Kim got on that stage, Kim got a nice body, put it like that. Very nice body, very good. And when we all got on stage, all of us went like that. Hey, that's what real men do. We love good product. So Kim, big up to Kim Woodson in the building. Keep it moving entertainment at LLC. Yeah, Kim. So all the men in the background was like, okay. Give me a call right now. 2 more callers, 718-210-8853. That's 718. Nikki laughing her ass off. Yeah, man. We said, all of us sounded like Cardi B. We all were sounding like Cardi B in the back. And then when all them sisters got up there, all that big booty energy was out there. We said, yes, Lord. I was just there clapping. Y'all go ahead and dance. And then I had to join in and do the steps. So big up to all the big booty energy. It was beautiful, beautiful, beautiful sight to see. You know what I'm saying? Anybody else want to call in? If you don't want to call in, I'm cool. I can finish it. Man, mine, our mine. Yes, mine is our mine. Yes, mine, our mine. Just like women is women. Women like good things and beautiful people too. So men love beautiful women, man. Shoot. All right, remember, turn down your apparatus and talk to me over the phone. I'm going to go to my next phone call. Let's go to 312 Chicago in the building. Who am I speaking with? Welcome to the Numerovational Perspective.
Saturn Butterfly. How you doing, King Simon?
What's up, Saturn Butterfly? How you doing? What's going on? Hello?
I'm doing good. How you doing? I'm so happy that I was able to get in.
Yeah, turn down. If you're listening to me, something else, talk to me over the phone. Don't listen to me over any other apparatus, so it won't be a delay, okay? So talk to me directly over the phone, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I got it. I was just having it on speaker, sorry.
Okay, that's probably a delay going on. But just remember, let's stay with the topic, my dear. How are you bettering your best, my dear? How are you bettering your best?
I'm doing okay. I just needed to ask some questions. I don't know. Can you give me something good? I don't know.
No, Saturn, you called me before, haven't you?
Yeah.
See, yeah, I gave.
Before,
Say it again.
I didn't get through before.
Okay.
I'm glad I'm able to get through this time.
Saturn Butterfly, are you bettering your best at what you do? Are you further from 5 years ago to now? What are you doing?
I'm a chef,
okay.
But I'm just having a little difficulty, like just keeping it together. You know, I'm doing better than I was 5 years ago.
Exactly.
But it's just been super bumpy, like the whole way through. So I don't know what the blockage is.
Well, it may not be just a blockage. Maybe you need to reposition yourself. Why I say that? Because if you're a chef, right, and you obviously people must think that you cook very good, you provide good food, you're good at what you do, right?
I am.
Okay, good. You ever heard of Chef Boyardee?
I have.
Okay. Why do we know of Chef Boyardee? I know you know. Why have we heard of Chef Boyardee today? Up to this day. Why?
From the spaghetti and meatballs.
And it's a product, right? Product.
Correct. Yeah.
Then what do you need as a chef? What do you need to create?
A product.
That's it.
A product.
That's all. Now, so when the chef thing is going down, the product is selling. Think about it. You understand?
Right.
Because if Judge Joe Brown could get out there and sell a barbecue sauce, he's a judge, but he loved to cook.
Right.
You can do the same thing because you already have the skills as a chef. And all you have to do is sell your product and get your product produced and mass produced and make it into Whole Foods and all. And if you want to make a vegan product, you make a vegan product. If you want to make a regular product, don't lose the money just because you're going down this consciousness. Make sure you get both sides. I don't care how you do it, because that's what they do in business anyway. So I'm just telling you, what day are you born on? Just give me the day that you're born.
8, the 8th.
All right, 8 is the number of multiple streams of income. So you should not just stay with just chefing. You should have a cookbook. You should have your products. It's a number of multiple streams of income.
Okay.
It's just, are you willing to put in that hard work so you can better your best? You got to put in that work.
I mean, I think I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, but
exactly.
It's just sometimes it just be work, you know what I mean? And I just want to just focus on that because
right.
I'm getting a burnout, like working, you know what I mean?
Well, you know what happens with 8? 8 sometimes have trust issues. That part. Are you delegating? So I don't want you to do the products on your own while you're doing the chef. I want you to create the product and then delegate it to a family member or a friend that you trust to sell it for you and make your money. Because you need that delegation. You need to make sure you continue. Because if you're a chef and you love what you're doing, if you're distracted by every other thing, then your chefing will not be good. Okay. So you got to have a team of people. Chef Boyardee had a team. So did KFC. He had a team. Even if it was just his wife or their husband or whatever, that was their team. So that's all you have to do. L8s have to delegate. Delegate their business. You got to delegate. And once you delegate, it won't hesitate for you to be successful because you got to learn to delegate. I know there's trust issues. You don't have to tell me. Just looking at that one number, because I have my 8 life path and I know I had trust issues and still have a little trust issue too. But at the end of the day, sometimes we know we're going to lose money, we're going to gain money, but you want to make sure you put out so much that you're going to just win, even if somebody is taking a little bit from you that you don't know they're taking it. You want to put out so much of your multiple streams of income that you're going to still win anyway. You understand?
Mm-hmm, I understand.
All right. I hope that motivates you to do a session with me one day and we can get it all in. All right?
All right. Thank you so much.
I appreciate you, Sister Saturn daughter. Thank you. Peace and love. And that, that 8 is ruled and connected to Saturn also. So although 8 is a karmic number, it doesn't have to be bad karma. It can be good karma, but you just have to put things in order and time management and delegation. That's all. That's all I had to learn to do. I had to trust in a Billy Carson that he would promote my stuff right. I had to trust in a Brother Rich that I could work with him and he would advertise my stuff. I had to trust in people. So I had to overcome my trust issues. Let me go to the phone lines, turn down the apparatus and talk to me. I'm going to New York right now. You turn down your phone lines and talk to me and listen to me on the phone, please. Who am I speaking with? Welcome to the Numerovational Perspective.
Peace and blessings. This is Mo.
Mo, which Mo is this? Oh, what up, Mo? AI Mo. He just sent me something nice. I put on my IG story. What up, Mo?
I'm doing well. No complaints, man. I'm charged up.
That's good. So what's good? Mo, if y'all don't know who this is, Mo is the one that created the artwork for the Gathering of the Masters commercial. That's the brother that did, and he's been doing a lot in the Discord. Those that's been in the Discord, he's been showing a whole lot of Gathering the Master stuff and all kinds of stuff. This brother's artwork, and he did something for Dr. Shakira and a few other people. I seen that when you first did it. She sent it to me. I said, "Woo, goddamn!" I said, "Go ahead." I said, "Okay," and it looks good. I told her she needs to write her book and just get you to do the book cover or something. That's what I told her. So, that is powerful, my brother. What's up, man? How come you became so proficient in the AI art? Have you been doing art before the AI?
No, not really. But it's just that my mind is like I always have visions. I always wanted to be like a music director. So like certain ways of how I used to make my videos on Instagram and stuff. It was just like always had a vision. Like even when I'm talking, before I talk, it's just a vision. My mind is
No, you know what's
you and I had done a conversation, so I know.
Yeah, and you know what's so funny? And I know you don't go by the name. Your real name, I think, is Roger, right?
No, it's Maurice.
It's Maurice. Okay, it's Maurice. Okay, I'm sorry. Now, what's so interesting about that? Just the word Mo that you go by to, just those two letters adds up to a number 11 in the Chaldean, adds up to a number 10 in the Pythagorean. So 11 is the number of visionary. So yes, you being a visionary is exactly what the frequency you're connected to. And then 10 is the wheel of fortune. So whatever you vision downloads you get, you're supposed to be fortunate at it, as long as you don't second guess yourself. You understand? So just using that name Mo has the 11 in the Chaldean and the 10 in the Pythagorean. 4 plus 6 in the Pythagorean is 10, and 4 plus 7 in the Chaldean is 11. So you got those two powerful numbers of riding that energy. And remember, the names you choose or use also helps to alert you on the gift, talents, and skills that you have with you. You understand? That's what the word mo. If you added E to it, it'll be another frequency. You know what I'm saying? I'm just letting you know, Mo, the way you say it is just exactly right for you, my brother, okay?
Right. What was the topic? How are you better?
How are you better in your best, my brother? Go ahead.
Wow. I guess I'll start off my day. I came a long way with that.
Right.
I'll start off my day, and basically keeping a schedule.
Yeah.
That you had told me, I think it was 4. That's all over the place.
Yeah. You got out of 4.
Yeah. I believe it's 4.
That's right.
So it's just all about structure. I'm focused on that, and say what I mean and mean what I say.
What you say.
That was another thing that you had told me as well.
That's right.
So these things, me staying on top of myself. Like I still have my moments.
Yes,
but
of course.
Just knowing that my affirmations and me bettering myself every day has created the alignment of me meeting people that flow within the same, shall I say, real as me.
Right.
I guess. Right. Great to say wave.
Right.
Because I'm me after the gathering on the masters, or before the gathering on the masters, just in the chat itself, then being there, then meeting people, then staying connected. That shows where I'm at right now in life. That really was an emotional time and a moment. Yeah. So
did we get to shake hands? What happened?
Yes, we did. You was keeping it moving. You was a kid.
Because I had to keep on moving. Yeah, it must be so much people. I was shaking and moving. But you should have came to the booth to take a picture or something, bro. Come on now.
Yeah. No. See, you wasn't. Every time I see you, you was fast paced. I said, "I'll be like, Kim, keep moving."
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? So I understand. It's all good. I met you at Nicholas Bookstore.
Oh yes.
I gave you one of my juices.
Yeah, I got the juice. Yeah. That's right. I got the juice. Right. I remember that. Now I remember.
Right.
Thank you very much.
I'm looking to come back out there for the event in October as well.
Yeah, man. I mean, if you got them juices, you might as well vend them, man. What's going on? Bring them, freeze them, and bring them, man. That's what you should do. And vend at the event, man. Let me know if you're gonna vend, and I'll give you a good deal and hook you up. You know, because Q Reeves just confirmed he's gonna come and vend at my event. Of course, Aquarius Maximum is gonna vend at my event. Knowledge Born, he said he wants to vend. So yeah, I'm taking in vendors. You can bring your juice because I'm what's the name is only the food vendor that's gonna be there. That's Blue Pill. But definitely drinks is good. Drinks is good. All right.
Wow. Yeah, I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
All right, Mo, man. Thank you very much for that artwork. I'll be sharing that around in a little bit more. I already shared it in my stories. Okay. Thank you very much.
You know I'm here. I appreciate you all the time.
Appreciate you.
Have a good day on purpose.
You too, my brother. That's right. My brother Mo, man. That's the man that gave that artwork. You see, man. Do I have I want to show y'all the artwork he just shared with me on Instagram. Hold on one second. Let me see if I could find it. Yes. Okay, so I want to show you what he just gave me today. Where's it at? Okay, hold on. Let me share screen first. Let me show y'all what he gave me this morning. This morning, he shared this with me this morning. Now that Mo shared this with me this morning. See, this picture right here. Boom. That picture right there. Mo gave me that this morning. Numerovation. Those are my other pictures, but let's go back to that because right now it's scrolling. Mo gave, pause it. Right there. That picture. That's what Mo gave me this morning. He sent it to me this morning. Look at that. Isn't that a beautiful picture? Numerovation. He sent it to me. I didn't get a chance to share it the way I want to share it. I just shared it in the stories because he spread some love to me. But that's a powerful picture right there. You know, I might just use that for one of my books. I'm thinking about it. I'm looking at it. I love that. One of my book covers. I'm looking at it. I'm thinking about it because my last major numerovation book is going to be probably like 300 to 400 pages, hardcover. But that's going to be my last numerology book. You know, because I'm writing 10 books. And like I said, after my 10th one, I want to get out of here. I'm tired. You know, I got to, you know, and I know, like I tell people, I always say I'm going to pass in my sleep. I'm going to transition in my sleep. No terminal diseases, none of that bull crap. I'm just going to want to go because it happened to me already 3 times. I almost did. And they always keep on pulling me back and say, brother, they always say, your mission ain't over yet. So I know I got to write at least 10 books and I got to finish this off. And I'm up to 5 now. I got to finish off. And my last book is going to be a major thing that I'm going to leave for the planet. That's what I want to do. Yeah, it may sound sad, but it's not sad. Because I know where I'm going already. and believe me, all the illusions and the religious illusions, I don't believe in that no more, because I used to believe in it, but until I knew where I was going, because they took me on a flight through the universe, and I wasn't even in no plane. I was just in my auric field going with 2 guiding parents, and they was taking me. But they realized that I did not want to come back in that astral travel. And they said, they pulled me back. I was willing to cut the cord, and I was in my mother's basement. I'll never forget that. It was about 7 to 10 years ago in my mother's basement. And and they said, your mission, they pulled me back and said, my mission isn't up yet. That's what they told me. And then after that, I started coming out with my other books. Numerovation for health, numerovation for this, numbers of simple people. That's what I started coming out. So my mission wasn't over yet. So I'm all right. I'm in my mission. So my last book, more than likely, I'm gonna have Mo design the cover for my last numerology book, which will be a numerovational book. It'll be on numerovation only, all of the nuances, everything. It's not a complete, because I want people to keep on going and using and adding on. But my last numerovation book is gonna be that. And don't feel sad. I'm believe me. Don't feel sad about that. I know that I'm going to transition in my sleep, and I'm just going to fly on and keep it going. Leave that body here and I'm gone. That's how I'm going to move. I got that. I got this. Believe me. I'm not even tearing up. I understand my mission. There's no tears in my eyes about it. It's just what I got to do. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? So, and I remember telling my son that, one of my sons, that he said, well, don't write them too fast. My son said, don't write my books too fast. And I got that. That's a son. It's a son's love. He want to see me around a little bit more. But hey, I'm not writing them too fast. I'm just pacing myself right now, you know. But I definitely, after the 10th book, I know it's time for me to go. You know, I know after my 10th book, it's time for me to go. I know that. You know, so that's the astral travel that I got. All right. We had Mo, we had Kim, and we had number 8, the sister that was born, Saturn's daughter. Want to thank all of y'all for coming. I took 3 callers already. I want to thank every one of y'all for participating in this. It's now 1:35, 1:36. 1 hour and 36 minutes I've been on. It's 12:07. I got some recordings that I got to do. People that paid for their recordings, I will be doing them today. I usually do my recordings either on Wednesdays and Sundays. So those that pay for that 15-minute recording, I usually do them on Wednesdays and Sundays. So if you want to book a session with me and do the 15-minute recording where you get your questions answered, and also your first name is only broken out, because I'm only on the 15-minute recordings. Is only your first name and your birthday, and you're allowed 3 to at least 4 questions you want answered, basic questions you want answered within the recording. And then I add on whatever I have to add on within that 15 minutes. But if you want a 30 to 35-minute conversation with me, usually I go up to 40 minutes. Then you'll get your full name broken down in an email also, and its meanings, and also you get the recording. So that's what I'm doing now to make sure that people get the best of what I'm doing as far as the sessions that I do. And remember, you can get my books. You can go to take my online course on udemy.com/course. It's an introductory course. It's not the full course. My 8-hour course is big. So that's an introductory course right there. It's an introductory course. Introductory course. And remember, boom, you can get all my books, all 5 of my books, through Amazon.com, or go through my Linktree /KingSimonthenumerovator. I'll have all of my books at the event on October 13th. All of them that's published, all of them will be there on deck. October. So make sure I ran out too fast. So I'm going to make sure I have at least 20 of each book or 12 of each book. I'm going to have that hardcover books. Family, I do have a deal going on. If you buy my hardcover book, I give you a free Woke Doesn't Mean Broke book by Billy Carson. If you buy this book, the hardcover, the soft cover is on Amazon. But this is a collector's item that can stand on your desk and all that kind of stuff. If you buy this book for $88.88, guess what? I will give you a free Billy Carson book, whether it's fractal. If you want fractal, you got to tell me what you want. Fractal, epic, or Woke Doesn't Mean Broke. That's the thickest book. Woke Doesn't Mean Broke. I'll give you that. But you have to put your full name and address in the PayPal or the Cash App description. Right now, every time I advertisement for this day only, if you want to buy that book, get my book and I'll give you a free Billy Carson book, any one of the books that you want. I have like four of them right now, 4 of his publications, because I didn't sell out all of his book at the event. I didn't sell out all of his books, so I do have a lot of them. He told me I could keep them and do what I got to do. I just paid them off and that's it. You know, it's all right. It's all right because I'm going to make it back anyway. It's circulation time. All right. Just like Dr. B says, it's elevation time. It's circulation time. Family, I want to shout out and some beautiful people. My son, he has a very good recording studio, very intimate, quiet recording studio. Green Studio NYC, him and brother Jeff, they're doing it out there in Brooklyn and Manhattan and Long Island, I think, or Staten Island. One of them, they got 3 studios. Big up to Cartomancy Master herself, Amira. Big up to Amira, Cartomancy Master. Hit her up at the phone number that you see right here. Big up to Astronumerologist Master and great one himself, Lloyd Strayhorn, the world-renowned Lloyd Strayhorn. Hit him up at lloyd-strayhorn.com. If you want to work from home, if you want some extra money, you have to be, I think, 18 years and older. You got to be serious. You can work part-time or full-time position, seasonal or permanent, male or female, daily direct deposit, paid training. You could create your own schedule in your own time, but you must pass a federal background check. You got to pass the federal background check. Text this number. Text Alicia at 770-861-9906. That's 770-861-9906. And if you want any cardology, astrology, and numerology done by the Emmy Award-winning author, lecturer, coach, Nina Dunham or Nina Diamond, hit her up at Diamonds8 at Instagram and also YouTube at Diamonds8, or hit her up at levinuniversity.com, levinuniversity.com. Big up to her. And remember, book now, Reiki Distant Energy Healing with Carrie Ann Ingram will be on tonight. Carrie Ann Ingram got some great jewelry, healing jewelry, and also she does a great tarot spread. Big up to her. Enough respect, CarrieAnnIngram.com. Hit her up. Tell her King Simon sent you. If you want to come to this event, we got Dr. B is going to be a speaker. Brother Rich is going to be a speaker. Red Pill and Blue Pill is going to be speaking. Blue Pill is providing the food. Tassili Ma'at is also offering the libation. And Lorenzo Sanford, astrologer and musician, will be offering the musical interlude. And then after that, later on that afternoon, we're going to be going from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Baba Ashra Kwesi is going to be closing down the afternoon, and Mirara Kwesi will be closing down the afternoon. Scan that QR code. Take your phone, put your phone on photo, and scan that code right now. See that code on your TV screen or on your computer apparatus? Scan that QR code right now. I'm doing it right now just to see if it works on my phone. You know what I'm saying? You know, hold on 1 second. Let me scan it. Let me see if it works on my phone. I'm seeing yep, it pops up right on my phone. Boom. It takes you straight to the Linktree link. Yeah, so you can actually go to your phone and make it happen right there. Make it happen right there. You know? So make sure you scan that code. I hope to see y'all out at my big celebration called the Tribute to Baba Dick Gregory. And I just ordered some of the books at Dick Gregory Essentials. His books will be on my table also. Dick Gregory's books will be on my table. The last book that Christian Gregory just produced. And also remember, Sri Master Gana Grills will be on with us tonight. Make sure you get your tickets August 30th, August 31st, and September the 1st. Galacticus.com. That's Galacticus.com. He'll be on with us tonight. All right, family. Have a great day, afternoon, or evening. Be safe, be strong, and remember what Dr. B says. I forgive myself, my family, and others for imperfection, and I am thankful for my life. And remember what my dear brother Dr. Blair said. Please, Universal Creator, know in my heart that I love you. Please protect me and this planet on which I live now. Please open my mind, my spirit, and my soul to receive only truth and your love now. Thank you very much for being your great self, people. Stay focused, stay great, stay out of trouble, and stay numerovated. And remember, we could always better our best. And this has been the numerovational perspective and spiritual perspective of learning how to better our best. You can do it. Just keep on doing it till you're satisfied. Whatever it is, you got to do it. Do it to the morning. Come and do it, baby. Just do it. Do it. Peace and love. Take care.
King Simon, I love him. He's family, and he has one of the top shows on the Forbidden Knowledge TV network, actually.
Right.
So make sure you guys check that out if you haven't.
Yeah, his show is called, it was really based on Numerovation. It's a numerology show, and it's called How to Calculate Your Destiny.
Yes.
By King Simon. He's the host of the show. The show has done so well, we're now getting ready to start working on filming season 2. All right, so King Simon, one of the top shows on Forbidden Knowledge TV, streaming TV platform.
Content disclaimer. The views, comments, and opinions expressed by guest speakers or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcasters and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teachers, scholarship, education, and research. For fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringed. Numerovation with King Simon. Text me now at 347-496-1022. You could also take my course if you want to, but do text me for your sessions at 347-496-1022. You could also get my books on Amazon at Linktree/King Simon the Numerovator. Remember, you can book your session and get it done right now. 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. King Simon the Numerovator. So remember, our job as studiers of these metaphysical, esoteric knowledge is to help enhance people to be better. I, as a numerovator, using the numbers, or quote-unquote numerals, and motivation to get people to understand why they need to activate their numbers to be their very best self and maximize it. Because the numerals hold a frequency. And if you're willing to turn up that frequency, then that frequency can help to guide you and navigate you to a higher height that will allow you to spiral to be your best self. We must remember that.